happy with something at this point.
The leader, Michael Andretti, car number 18, jumped around his father just a few laps ago, and then Bobby Rahal also got around Mario Andretti, so Mario is now back in third place. Rick Mears runs in fourth, followed by Roberto Guerrero. Al Unser is running in sixth place, followed by Jeff Brabham. Let's go down to Mario Andretti's pit and Gary Gerald.
Oh, we understand that when Mario comes in a few laps for his first pit stop, the car's gone real loose. They'll change 3 tires, and out here on the pit wall, you can see the man working with the wrench that'll be used at the nose wing. They're going to change the angle of the attack, try to stabilize the handling of the car. That'll be critical for Mario on his first stop coming up shortly.
Michael Andretti is the leader. Bobby Rahal, you're on board his car right now. Riding in second place, Mario Andretti runs in third. And we should be just a few moments away from pit stops, and they'll come into the green.
They are, Bobby. Bobby is obviously low on fuel. You can see the light blink on a little bit.
Roberto Guerrero tries to get it stopped as he rolls into his pits. The right front wheel locked several times. He couldn't get that car stopped. They had to grab him and drag him back. So now the Vince Granatelli crew goes to work on that car, trying to get Roberto Guerrero back into action. He's had a terrible time with pit stops so far this year.
They really have. And with the uneven pit road, it makes it a little tougher for the crew.
Now we're on board with Bobby Rahal, who does much the same. He locks the wheels up coming into the pits and slides past his pits. Bobby Rahal slid past his pits and rolls back out. He's got to go around, but here's your leader, Michael Andretti, as he makes his routine stop as well. You can see Rahal's fuel warning light flashing on. And the question is whether or not he'll make it all the way around. For Michael Andretti, Barry Green and the green team, they go to work on that car, and it's routine. But Michael idles away low. Makes us think of the Michigan 500 where he couldn't get out of the pits fast. He's still rolling very slowly. Looks like it's a repeat of the same problem, Tom Steva.
Very well could be. It looks like he's got it going again, but again, a problem getting out of the pits. Same thing at Michigan.
One of two questions. Is that just a problem with the engine not coming up to speed with low revolutions, or is it a clutch and gear problem?
It could be either one of those two, but it also could be a low on fuel situation. A lot of times you'll come in and get fuel, but it's still almost out and it won't pick up.
Here we are again with Bobby Rahal. As he comes in, let's go to the pits and Gary Gerald.
Mario Andretti hits his spot right on target. He radioed just before he came in, we understand, forget adjustments to the nose wing. So it's 3 tires. They leave the left front on. Everything else is changed. Down off the jacks. Mario in 13 and a half seconds. A sensational stop. The defending champ is away.
Mario Andretti, as we see Rick Mears also making his stop, and Bobby Rahal now pulls away after that disastrous extra lap. There is Rick Mears, currently in second place. There is Bobby Rahal, re-rolls out of the pits. Rick Mears hits the throttle, lights him up, and heads out as well. And Mario Andretti left the pits as the leader. The question is, can he hold on to the lead all the way around? Michael Andretti made his stop. Rick Mears made his stop. So everyone in the leader serial, as we take a look at Michael Andretti back up to speed, the first set of stops at the Quaker State 500 made under the green flag. So a flurry of pit stops, and the crews really earn their bucks here at the Quaker State 500. We'll be back right after this. And Jeff McPherson, car number 11, involved in an accident coming off of the third and final turn, and also involved Bobby Rahal. You can see he's trying to signal desperately, get a hook on me and get me going. It doesn't appear the car is damaged, but he stopped dead at the entrance to the pits.
He did. He's obviously involved with McPherson's problem up there. Somehow the car quit on him because of the problem with McPherson's accident in the middle of the racetrack. So he needs a tow at this point, and he's in a hurry.
Michael and Mario Andretti sort their way through while we are under yellow here at the Quaker State 500. But a situation involving Jeff McPherson coming off of the third turn. And the car badly damaged, sitting in the middle of the track, but Jeff jumped out of the car and appeared to be in good shape. So our second yellow of the day here at the Quaker State 500. We're watching Michael Andretti, car number 18. He took the lead away from his father, and then with the pit stops, he had a good stop, but they've dropped him back in the leader serial for just a moment. And some cars had a definite advantage with this yellow because there were some that did not stop prior to the yellow, one of those being Jeff Brabham. So apparently he got a good stop. Let's go back to the pits and Gary.
here, they change now on the right front only. Remember, he had overshot his pit on the first time, then got in for routine service, so it's fresh tires. But in that incident, they elect now to change the right front. He's off the jacks. Now he gets back out. But Bobby Rahal lost a lot of time, even though we're under the yellow.
Bobby Rahal had to sit dead on the racetrack for some time. Finally, the crews got over and got him going. Of course, the crew's first concern was that of Jeff McPherson. Was he okay? So Michael Andretti just won his first 500-mile race. Let's take a personal look.
70 miles due east of the Pocono Mountains, on a hill overlooking the small town of Nazareth, sits the home of Michael and Sandy Andretti. It is here that this racing couple finds refuge from the notoriety the name Andretti brings. Married just a few years ago, after being childhood sweethearts, Sandy especially has learned to cope with her husband's unpredictable profession.
I'm not a fan of racing. I never really was. I just got interested in it because that's Michael's love. And I had to. I had no choice but to back him up in what he wanted to do.
Michael has known what he wanted to do since he was 7 years old, and has in recent years added some pretty significant memorabilia to his collection.
Well, I'd say probably my Long Beach trophy is very special, and also winning Rookie of the Year at Indy special. You know, it's right now we're in, you know, we just got them all cluttered here because I'll be moving them up to my house, so just got them all shoved in the corner here.
Here is his father, Mario's house. A close-knit family, the Andrettis live only 2 miles apart. All of the Andretti men have a love for high-tech machines. In fact, they keep a garage full of performance toys. Michael is a study in contrast, from his pickup truck to his British Lagonda sedan. Whatever he drives, Michael has always been quick. From this, his first Formula Ford ride, with Sandy even then at his side, to the Indy cars, and his first 500-mile race victory just 2 weeks ago at Michigan International Speedway. Now second in the points, Michael looks to the future.
Well, I signed a 2-year contract with Craco at the end of 86, so I know I'll be doing it in 88 anyway. 89, I think I'd seriously look at Formula One.
But for this day, this well-disciplined mind is tightly focused on the Pocono Tri-Oval.
And Michael Andretti right now is focused on a possible clutch problem. Here are our leaders under the yellow. Emerson Fittipaldi and Jeff Brabham up at the top of the serial, then the two Andrettis, and then Rick Mears as we watch Michael work his way around this Tri-Oval, worrying desperately about the clutch in his car, and will it be able to engage as they come off a stop. This is a little bit earlier now. It is Bobby Rahal that was chasing through the field and trying to get his way up to the front again, and Jeff McPherson lost control coming off of the third turn. A little bit earlier, Tom Sneva.
Yeah, Bobby, no problem. Getting into 3, a very flat corner, so you got to be very precise with the steering wheel. All of a sudden, he sees trouble in front of him. He's just doing avoidance maneuver, trying to stay out of the problem, but again, a little miscue, a little bit too sudden of a jerk on the wheel, and he spins the car around.
And in doing so, he killed the engine. It took a long time before he could get a tow back to the pits because they were worried about Jeff McPherson, who, by the way, is all right. He was not injured. And Bobby Rahal is back in the action, but he is well down in the order now, running in 16th place. The leader is car 20, Emerson Fittipaldi. Second place is Jeff Brabham, and Mario and Michael Andretti are running in third and fourth. The green flag flies again. Emerson Fittipaldi responds and accelerates. Heading down for the turn, we watch Mario Andretti making a run on his son, Michael. That is a battle for third place, as Mario tries to get Michael in that crowded traffic down in turn 1.
A lot of traffic in 1. Point right in front of him. Michael down low. It looks like he could get a run on AJ off this corner.
Mario Andretti decides the high side is better. He tucks in right behind A.J. Foyt's machine. Michael Andretti sits right there. Foyt is running 10th right now. This is really a battle for third place. Michael has third at the moment as Mario Andretti at the back of his car tries to take it away from Michael.
Dad looked at the outside going through the tunnel turn, but he knew wiser. That's a tough place to try to pass, and he didn't want to upset or scare Michael and surprise him.
They're both right behind A.J. Foyt, one lap down, running in 10th place. You also got a glimpse there. There you see it now. The 30 car, Al Unser Jr., is back in the action after that problem in the early going. Emerson Fittipaldi, car 20, is first. He is being followed by the 15 car of Jeff Brabham. Fittipaldi has won at 500 miles, the Michigan 500 1 year ago. Jeff Brabham, 4 seconds in his career. He's never won an IndyCar race, though he has been at the front so often.
He really has, and he's doing a good job. You know, he's just being replaced by Al Unser Jr. for next year in that team, and, you know, maybe he's got something to prove here today, Paul.
Well, at the moment, he doesn't have a ride for next year, so a win here would be wonderful for Jeff Brabham. Michael Andretti, currently third. Fourth place is his father, Mario. There's Mario chasing right behind him, but the leader is car 20, and that is Emerson Fittipaldi. We'll be back with more of the Quaker State 500. This is Mario Andretti, and Rick Mears is on the charge as Mears comes around Mario Andretti and picks up third place. So Rick Mears, who would really love to win this race, this was where he scored his last victory 2 years ago. First time in Rick's career that he's gone scoreless for a year, and now he's charging his way up through that field again.
Yeah, and it's in the 86, Paul. It's a car that maybe is as good or better than the 87 March on these high-speed ovals.
Rick Mears, this is the car that he really likes. It is powered by Chevrolet, though, and that has been a question mark, though. Chevrolet at the Michigan 500 finished 500 miles, the first time that Chevrolet has actually done so. So a question mark in the power plant, but Rick Mears' hands firmly on the controls. He's coming around Bobby Rahal there, but remember, Rahal with that early spin is well down in the order, currently running 14th, and he is 2 laps off the pace. But as we look at onboard camera from Bobby Rahal's car, as Rick Mears comes around, Jose Garza just ahead. There you see Mears come to the inside of Garza. Spectacular view.
It's a great shot. Rick obviously used the draft off of Jose to get on by. Bobby's going by now. This is tunnel turn. I'm not sure where Jose at, but he's got to have a handful right there.
Well, in doing that, Bobby Rahal picks up 13th place. So taking the advantage of that sudden pass by Rick Mears, he is able to take advantage of it and get past Garza as well. So Rahal moving his way up. Car 20, that's your leader, Emerson Fittipaldi, the 2-time world driving champion.
You can see he's running a little bit lower now in turn 1. As the race develops, that groove will go down lower and lower, and these guys will be dragging tires in the grass before this race is over.
Emerson Fittipaldi out in front at the Quaker State 500 at Pocono. Michael Andretti is trying to make back-to-back 500-mile race wins. He won at Michigan 2 weeks ago. Rick Mears now lies in third, and Mario Andretti has dropped back into fourth. Jeff Brabham, who was up as far as second, has dropped back into 5th place.
Yeah, Jeff's been doing a good job. He got caught in traffic a couple times, and now he's back just a little bit.
So at the Quaker State 500, look at the tremendous lead that Emerson Fittipaldi has. That's Fittipaldi, car 20 at the bottom of your screen, and the car just behind him, but well back, a full 3.5 seconds.